How's it going, Bronies? We are actually working on a custom built license plate holder. I was kind of thinking of the most simple way to do this, and ways that you can do it without a welder, and ways that you can do it with a welder. And the way with the welder is, this is what I thought about here. So one way with the welder is I got a 1/2 inch bar of aluminum, and I tapped this side. I threaded this side with a 1/2 inch by 20. So we got a 20, this is a 1/2 inch rod, and then 20 is the thread. Did that with this guy here. And so let's take a look at the Jeep itself. So here we go, we have the Jeep itself, and then I put a wing nut on the back. So this is threaded. It's threaded. And the idea is I punched out the center cap, and so this guy will be the back side. So it's going to be on the back side of this, and then it's going to screw through the back plate, and then this guy will have a bar coming across it, some flat bar stock. But we're going to tap through there and come through right there. Alright, so quick new update here. Drilled out this plate, took off the tire and everything, and then put the wing nut on the back side, and it's pretty sturdy. Pretty damn sturdy, especially for something that doesn't even weigh a couple of ounces. So here's my wheel adapter thingy. That's gonna go back on here, and then we'll work on the welding in just a sec. So what we have here is how we're gonna score it. So I know how to cut it with the wheel, and as you can see here, we just put the wheel and everything back on. So to do this without a welder, you could, once this is trimmed down to size, you can tap this. So drill this out, tap it, and then you can put another wing nut or just a basic bolt over it. I would do a basic bolt so people can't steal it. And then you could, once you do that, I'm going to show you the back brace that we're going to make up here. But for me, I'm going to cut this back and then use a back brace, which is just flat bar, and weld that around here. And then from there, I'll show you the flat bar. So this is going to get welded up like that, but it's going to be back here more. And then drill the holes on the ends and fit it up with the license plate. Alright, so I took off the mount, and I cut up this guy and drilled out these holes, gave it a center mark, and that'll go on the back side of this. So it's pretty thin, probably 1/8 of an inch, and then 1/2 inch in the width, and then I'll just weld it like that. Once I balance it with that thing, make sure it's centered. I'll try to get a video of it. So due to the process that I use, which is a MIG spool gun, aluminum spool gun, I'm not going to get TIG welds out of this, but I'm okay with that because no one's looking at it anyway. Looks pretty good to me so far. We'll go ahead and throw it on, see what happens. Alright, so recap. We threaded that. This is 1/2" rod. It's a 1/2" bolt. 20 thread. There's those guys. I just threw in some tiny little hardware. Just some little guys, tiny hardware. We got some welds going on. Maybe should have burned. I mean, I was burning really hot just to make sure I could get it done the first time and it wouldn't fall off. Don't want to lose this. That would suck. But yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Alright, so this is what it looks like once it's mounted on. Not bad. We could always thread it back more. Because it's just wing nutted down here, so it's just wing nutted right there, so we could always thread it more, and then so that would make it just kind of be more receded, which is fine. I might end up doing that. Maybe I'll just leave it how it is. I ended up, rather than having it hang from up top, I had it hang from I'm gonna have it supported by the bottom. We'll see if that ends up working. I just wanted it, rather than being down here, I wanted it to be more centered and up here. I thought it looked way better that way. So let's talk practicality. So the reason why I did that, why I made this like that, is so like when I need my spare tire, I'm off-roading and I need it quick, it's just one nut right here. If someone wants to steal it, I don't think they're going to think that there's a wing nut back here. I don't think they're going to figure that out. So, and if they want to go through the process of stealing my license plate like that, then that's fine. At that point they can just have it and I'll figure it out. So I was saying, for people who aren't welding and just are using a bunch of bolts, you can always do this, make a little lock system like I did. You just buy a wire from the hardware store with these little C-clamp looking things, and then you can run it through here and onto your spare. So if you don't have a welder, that's always an option. So that's how I built that license plate holder there. I think it's going to work out well. If it doesn't, I'll update the channel and let you guys know whether it works or not. But if you guys have any questions about how I built it, or want to know any other ideas that I might have for it, you guys let me know. Later, jabronis.